Good morning vlog. I am at school. I'm at school and I'm going to attempt to vlog a day in my life in the lab. We'll see how much footage I'm actually able to get, because I don't want to like disrupt the lab happenings, but I feel like it would be fun just to see. Also, this is my second to last day in the lab ever, so I want to remember my time. I'm so sad that I'm getting the boot, but it's been a good 2 years. Okay, so I started off the day by stripping some membranes. These were ones that didn't work previously, so I am stripping them to try something else. So I'm starting off by washing them all. And then here I am taking them over to the shaker so that they can shake. Alright, y'all, my little membranes are stripping right now. I have to wait 30 minutes. I have 18 minutes left. So I am going to make some more PBST since I am almost out. These are my ingredients, if you will. And yeah, I'm just gonna do that and then we'll see what I do with the rest of my time. So now I am just adding my Milky water. And then I add 2 of these tablets. And the next thing that I use is called Tween, and it's super viscous, so it's kind of hard to like suck it up through the pipette tip because it's so narrow. So you cut off part of the little tip so that it makes the bottom wider. Usually when I cut it, it goes flying, but today I found it. And then you just put it in. And once everything's in, you just shake, shake, shake. It gets all soapy. Now I'm going to be making blocking buffer to block the membranes. I'm now realizing I should have done a time lapse because I cannot speed these up enough to make them fast enough. So you have to watch a lot of me just mixing random things, but oh well, hopefully it's somewhat interesting. Now I'm gonna vortex the blocking buffer, which basically just shakes it and spins it really fast. Okay, my experiment is sitting and shaking, so I had some time to kill and I am trying to be productive. I'm trying to study. This is terrible. I hate this. Lunch break. Right now I'm going to be adding my primary antibodies to the membranes. Something that I'm going to note here is that when you mix the tubes, you don't vortex them in this case. You just want to like invert them very gently because you don't want to break apart the antibodies. So you'll see there, I'm just gently inverting. And I'm just going to do this for all 4, so I'm just going to skip ahead so you don't have to watch all of them. We also like to put, whether it's rabbit or mouse, on the box, just so that we don't have to like fish for the tube and try to find it the next day. We can just look at the box and know. It makes it easier, so I'm just adding that to the boxes. We also like ran and transferred a Western blot today, and that was the aftermath. So I am doing the dishes, if you will. I'm cleaning up from that. am now going to get the mail from the mailroom. It feels like fall outside. It's like cold and I don't like it. Really secure bag, and this penguin with the bow tie always makes me laugh. It's so cute. Okay, I'm back outside to get the other package, which is in a different building. But we got a koozie in the last package. Sometimes they give you like random crap in with your orders. So I'm going home with a nice new koozie today. Lucky me. Okay, look at how big this box is. We've got this whole elaborate ice pack, another ice pack, insulation just for this teeny tiny little tube. Nothing else. That's it. This little tube took up this entire contraption. Now I am gonna get some ice because the ice maker in our lab is broken. This ice is like the good looking Chick-fil-A type ice that's like small. Oh, I want to eat it so bad, but cannot. I ended up working in the hood for the rest of the day and I couldn't film it, so this is me leaving the lab for the day. And since I didn't get a ton of footage, I filmed the next day as well. Good morning. We're back. Last day in the lab. Okay, I decided I'm gonna continue the vlog today because I didn't get a ton yesterday of footage. I ended up working in the hood like pretty much all afternoon, so I couldn't really record that. But also I want you to see the results of my experiment, if there are any results. So get ready with me for a day in the lab, starting by putting my hair up. Gotta have the hair out of the face so it doesn't catch on fire, even though I don't really use fire. But and of course my lab coat. I dressed so much warmer today because they turned the AC on and it was freezing yesterday. But I tried to outsmart the system and I turned the heat back on in here, and so now it's like warm in here today. So I'm probably going to be way too hot, but that's okay. I can take off one of my layers. But yeah, lab coat and then gloves. Obviously you're also supposed to wear goggles in the lab. We don't, for whatever reason. I probably could if I wanted to, like if it was my personal preference, but well, none of us do, so I don't know. I've definitely had things like splash into my eyes before, but like, I don't know. It's a risk I'm willing to take. I don't want to be uncomfortable all day, so I'm ready. Let's get going. Great, so this morning my primary antibodies are done. They had to sit overnight, so they're ready now. So I saved that in the original tube and then washed them again. So I'm gonna do that over the sink so that I don't spill. This is my protocol here that I'm following. A lot of these things I used to have memorized, but we kind of go back and forth between like what we do. So we'll do like a ton of something in a clump and then a ton of something else in a clump. So like I'll memorize the procedure for that and then forget about the other one because I don't do it for a while. So this I haven't done in a hot second. So I have my procedure up just in case I need it. Now I'm using the PBST, which you saw me make yesterday, to wash the membranes. Also, it's so funny, this lab is just like, there's just stuff everywhere, and I usually do not have this much counter space to work on, but I cleared a little spot so that when I prop my phone up, you can actually see what I'm doing. But there's just stuff everywhere. Some of it's organized, like this is alphabetical. The antibodies used to be just like scattered around, and we would spend so long looking for them, so I created an alphabetized system for that because I got so sick of spending like 15 minutes looking for one antibody. But yeah, I mean, the stuff that we use all the time, it's like we know where it is, it's easy to find. But like we were out of tape the other day and we were looking for it, and I was like, I wouldn't even know where to like begin to look for like more tape. Also, every time I see this, I always think of that song Motorsport, and it's just been playing in my head since I have seen this box. I cannot stop thinking of it. Okay, again, I have some downtime, and I'm trying to study again. I'm also trying to learn some Phoebe Bridgers songs for the concert tomorrow. I made a playlist. Gail's set list is pretty much like set in stone, it seems, and Phoebe Bridgers seems to like change hers a little bit more. So I just liked all the ones that she has like sang at the concert. So I can try to learn some of them. So downtime in the lab kind of ranges. Some days I have a lot of it, some days I have none of it. Some days if I have downtime, I'm doing like data analysis or like stuff on my computer for like the lab. But we haven't taken any I haven't taken any pictures recently, so there's like no data that needs to be analyzed. So that means I can do whatever I want. So like during school I would just do homework, but like during breaks and when I didn't have schoolwork, I would like bring a book and read. But right now I should be studying, so that's what I'm trying to do. I'm making my secondary antibody. Okay. I made my secondary antibody. They're all rabbit, so they each get 10 mils of this, so I have to try and eyeball that. That was pretty good. Not bad. And now they literally sit and shake for 2 hours, so I hope there's something else for me to do because otherwise I'm just gonna study again. Popcorn break. Yummy. Thanks for leaving this popcorn behind, Marina. I'm eating it. Okay, it's been a while since my last update. I'm currently packing my little shopping basket to go across the way to the building where the other labs are so that I can use their equipment there. So I am making sure that I don't forget anything so I don't have to walk back and forth 700 times. Okay, this machine and I have literally more beef than anyone or anything I've ever had beef with in my life. I don't know if it's me or the machine, but it is so rare that this actually works for me. So, and I literally did this entire process from the beginning, so I cannot even blame it on someone else if it doesn't work. I can blame the machine, but hopefully I can see some bands today. We'll see. All right, I can actually set my phone up so you can see my head in this frame. Crazy. But right now I am making the luminol or femto, which is basically the stuff that makes the protein glow, so you can see it, so you can see the bands. So let's hope that all goes well today. Okay, so I poured my water, and if you're wondering why this is wrapped in aluminum foil, it's because one of the components of it is light sensitive, which is also why it's good to keep the lights turned off when you're doing this if you can. So this is the one that's not light sensitive, so I'm gonna do it first. We are running out of this, so I should probably order more if we haven't already. Ooh. Yikes. Yikes. Lots of air bubbles. That's not what you want. That's better. Change the tip. And this is the one that is light sensitive, which is why it's in an opaque bottle instead of a translucent one. Then you do a little shaky shaky. And then I'm going to start with this one. You put it in. It's supposed to be for like 4 minutes, but since they never show up, I do 7 just to increase my chances of it showing up. So I'm gonna set my timer and hope for the best. And I usually bring some sort of activity to occupy myself because I just have to sit here and manually shake it for 7 minutes. So I usually will listen to a podcast or an audiobook or something while I wait. Okay, moment of truth. This is the one that I just did. I'm seeing something. Oh yeah. Nice. Even the old one. Look at that. Okay, update. I got 3 to work, which means that 6 of the membranes showed up. The last 2 I could not get, and it's getting late, and I have other things to do. So I am giving up, and someone else can try again tomorrow. But that's okay. I'm glad I got something. I am piecing out of the lab forever. Sad. I think I'm gonna come back here on Saturday to take a little grad pick amongst the chemicals. I feel like I need to, but that's it for today. Crazy. Bye, little lab. Oh, so sad.